Hello and welcome to Let's Play Greedfall. I've played a little bit around with this, but I haven't even really gotten out of the tutorial yet where you're learning the new world. So, much as I like that character, we're going to make a new one. We're going to do normal. Okay.
Could you stand a little taller, just a tad?
Like this?
Yes, yes. The chin a tiny bit lower. Gaze a little more to the right. There! Now, hold the pose.
Now, if I have one thing to be a little bit upset about, not really upset, but critical about on this thing, is I would not have had your character speak or be visible until it came time to customize the character and you could choose what it was you looked like. So we are going to... I always play female characters, so it's female. I do like the fact that the cut of the jacket changes a little bit. There are some presets. Ooh, that's a pretty interesting one. I hardly ever end up using presets. So anyway, let's see if I can twist this around to get a better view of her face. We are going to be playing Madame de Sardet, a member of the congregation, which is a nation in an undetermined what do you call it? It's a continent of some sort. I do like the fact. I pointed it out to my sister and said yes, you can play a dark-skinned woman or person in a European-style continent, and she pointed out that happened in history, and she's absolutely right. And I like the fact that he included this. There was a lot of bleed over, intermixing between the different cultures for a while. A lot more than we think. Granted, it's nothing to the extent of like America eventually did. Well, I actually, even then, I think some realms in Europe were probably as much, if not more, metropolitan than America. But I do like this fact. Okay. I have a liking for contrast, so I tend to either do light skin with dark hair or dark skin with light hair. Only one of those is a thing that occurs naturally, but you know, also notice, I just now noticing this, the color of your mark, and I'm not sure what this mark is, changes based off of what face you choose. I'm going to get this one that looks a little bit more Asian in appearance here than the other one. Let's see. She is a do-something noble. Now, nobility would generally have a lot of paler skin, just by the fact that nobility is generally does not get exposed to the outdoors as much. So they would not tend to have as much melanin. She is one that apparently does do a lot of errands and such. And I think I'm going to go... This looks a little... I mean, it's kind of tannish, but it looks more dirty than skin color. Okay, that's a little bit better. Yeah, I like that. That's pretty good. Actually, I'm not quite sure what ethnicity they're basing this on. The shape of the bone structure, the facial structures, the eyes and all that. I'm not an expert, So there's probably an ethnicity this connects to, but I can't really say for sure what it is. There's a lot of different things here going on. Actually, I really like that. I prefer fantasy worlds to have ethnicities that resemble those of our real world, so you can connect with them, and you're not like getting into uncanny valley territory too much, but are in fact their own ethnicities. Avatar: The Last Airbender does this a lot, where you get like the water tribe, and a lot of people note them as Eskimos, but they're really very tall and thin, which is a different body type, and they have the blue eyes. There's just so much going on there that isn't a known ethnicity to real world Earth, and the Fire Nation is the same and all that. I'm getting ahead of myself. Anyway, hair color. We have Raven Black. We don't get to choose a name, as far as I know. We have Raven Black. We can get kind of gray. Get various grays and whites. That's a very white. Oh, wow. That's just way too white. This brown is nice, this auburn. It's a little bit more reddish. Interesting. That's, again, way too bright. It might be better in a different perspective. At this point, she looks a little bit like, yeah. Okay, another darker color. Oh. And this is I like this multiple styles of light and dark here. This is actually very good. This is actually closer to what my hair was in my 20s. Still very blonde. Just the hints of how dark it is now coming in. I'll go with that. Let's see what the eyes are. That looks yellow or hazel. Hazel would be hard to do because hazel's sort of a non-color. There isn't really a pigment there, so it kind of shifts based on what the light is. It's a bright blue. Look, I can't get a good look at that. I think it's brown. That's white or silver. Yeah, I could do a thing. Okay. I have been watching a lot of Ruby recently. We have silver eyes, black hair, pale skin. Hello, Ruby. We don't get to choose name as far as I know, so. Now, here we go. You have Warrior. Focuses on melee combat, one-handed heavy weapons, one-handed blades, and firearms. Recommended attributes are strength and endurance. Recommended talents are craftsmanship and vigor. Technical is kind of the rogue thing. You get to set traps. You have firearms again, one-handed blades, rapiers and such. Accuracy, agility, science, and lockpicking. And this divine magic ring, stasis, one-handed heavy weapons, mental power, willpower, science, and intuition. The other two characters I've started were technical and magic. I am going to go ahead and start this one with the warrior. I am probably going to go into the magic at some point. A little bit. But I'm going to go with the warrior, I think, here. It does note that as you level up, you can spread out quite a bit. Huh. Dark hair, pale skin. That's Sheikah, my Pathfinder fighter as well. Okay. And you get these sort of things here. These are kind of simple. They're just, as far as I can tell, they're just. I like the fact that they're paired off based off of your archetype, so you don't have to go really. When I first went looking for this a little bit, I was like, okay, where's the technical ones that they recommended me? I was like, let's go back and look and see what it suggests, and then come back here and make sure I got the right ones. But they're really paired up over here. You can do strength and light and endurance. I tend to value endurance first. It's kind of... Yeah, by and large, going into defense is... If you go too much into defense, not enough into offense, you're not going to survive because you need to be able to whittle them down. Like, the monsters are always going to be able to whittle you down faster. Now, we can get any of these. It recommended us to get Vigor. Increases your ammo capacity and lets you slightly recover hit points and magic outside of combat. That's pretty useful, but we're going to go with Charisma because this is a role-playing game. We're going to be talking to people.
Just a few more minutes. You have such an incredibly singular face. That's a compliment, my lady, out of my mouth. Your particularity gives you character.
You're still here?
There's something about the
finished.
mark on her face.
Have you any more need of me, Master?
You haven't forgotten that we're setting sail today, have you?
Of course not.
Your cousin is nowhere to be found. I've searched the palace from cellars to attics. Your uncle is beside himself.
He was of a mind to paint the town last night. Don't worry. I shall track him down. Make care to your own preparations without wrinkling another frown. We'll meet you on the boat.
It's about time your cousin took account of the responsibilities awaiting him. He should go and inform the ambassadors of Thrythlind and the Bridge Alliance of his departure.
Have no fear, Master. I will go and see them in his name.
This is weird because now I have some...
beg your pardon, but urgent matters call me away. Might I show this later?
Impossible, my lady. You are leaving with the tide, if what I've been told is correct.
I am sorry, sir, truly. I must be going.
My lady, please, I beg you. Her Highness has personally requested I finish.
Thank you, cousin, for getting me out of that.
See, I really like this kind of character, the musketeer type thing. I mean, when I actually read the Three Musketeers, I came to the conclusion that D'Artagnan was a raving asshole. But I like this style of setting. It is fun. The swashbuckling thing, the...
Madam, I'm sorry. I'm afraid that I won't make for good company. I lost almost my entire family in a few months. Why did they have to die?
That would explain why you're not good company.
I must go to the dispensary. Maybe I will be able to make myself useful there.
Yeah, there is some sort of plague going on. Whoa. Speak to the
Greetings,
worker.
Your Excellency. The smoke from the bonfires renders the air unbreathable. I so wish I could leave the city. They say the ambassador of Thrythlind sends his guard all around the city in search of heretics.
I've never talked to you before.
The smoke from the bonfires renders the air
You've run out of
unbreathable.
conversation.
I so wish I could leave the city.
Looks like 3 is the limit. Ooh. Do you have new
I wish
conversation?
you a good day, Your Excellency.
You have new conversation.
I must go home. My son is sick.
Yes, yes, yes.
There are so many dead people.
Tell us about the world.
Even if we did find an antidote to the Malicor, I do not know if our city will ever be able to come back from it.
Well, that's interesting. We have all these guards here. And the worker. We can talk to the workers.
They say the ambassador of Thrythlind sends his guard all around the city in search of heretics.
So I think we found all the dialogue for the workers. We are about to have a thing happen. That's real armor, and it's cut for a woman. I like that. I mean, it's not... It's just a guard walking by. They put the effort into making appropriate... Oh, that's cool. That's not where we wanted to go. We need to say goodbye to our mother?
Hey! Green blood!
Kurt!
And so the day has finally come. My royal fledglings are leaving the nest.
Accompanied by their most loyal and tenacious master of arms.
As loyal as
I
your
forgot to
gold.
play with hairstyles.
Enough
Oh
with
well.
the cold mercenary. I know you like us. Still hiding your men in the unsuspecting shadows of the greats of this world, I see.
Hey, our blades are the only thing keeping you dainties alive.
Kurt!
He teaches
I'm not in need of
bodyguards.
your protection. I'm no longer a child, you know.
Is that so? Well, let's see. Fight with honor!
Okay. Okay, this is a little bit more difficult. Come on. Oh, I let him get a hit in. I don't have anything set. I can change weapon. I've not done that. Oops. Okay, I lost health. Can continue. I'm gonna set the potion to there. Set the firearm to there. Well, that was worthless. There's a dodge too. Oh. It was waiting for me to take a potion. Whoops. There's a point where you can get vulnerable due to the riposte. I haven't really gotten a good hit on him yet. Whoa. Gonna beat the crap out of me.
What a green blood. Me who thought myself a competent weapons master.
It's becoming a little hard to believe.
Don't add insult to injury. This is humiliating enough. We'll need to get you through the basics, or you risk getting your feathers plucked at the first sign of trouble.
That could definitely come in handy.
In that case, Otto here is going to be your training partner. Go! Fight with honor!
Okay, firearms, which it wasn't letting us really use very much. So, that's weird. Oh, you have to select the... Tab space, tactical applause. It wants me to assign it. Okay, if you beat him... Oh, running out of ammo. If you beat him... then use the impact weapon or traps. We don't have traps, so we do have an impact weapon. Whoa. Oh dear. If you beat Otto, this becomes optional. Keep pressing pause and space. I'm using all of my stuff too. Oh yes, Fury. You have to build it up. I'm not very good at combat. Oh, sheath your weapon.
It appears we've brushed up on the basics.
It does.
I was better with magic.
And I'd like to be on my way.
Actually won in magic.
I've quite the list of things to do before we depart.
Indeed. Remember that you can always train in our barracks on the island if you're feeling rusty.
Are your bags packed for the great departure?
Yes, you know I get by with very little. You're not angry that I'm coming with you, I hope.
Okay. I don't want to complain about being shadowed by a bodyguard. Let's do
On
this.
the contrary, I am thrilled that both you and Sir de Corsillon are joining our party. A few friends at your side in unknown territory is a boon.
Don't tell me the old school teacher is competing against me. By the way, where is our future governor hiding? I was hoping to put his skills to the test as well.
I've no idea. He had plans to celebrate his departure last night, and we haven't seen him since. You
It
know,
is such a good
Constantine.
talk.
I should have gone with him, but my heart wasn't in the mood for a celebration. The thought of bidding my mother farewell.
It is never easy to say goodbye. But you should be going to see her now. She must be waiting for you. I'll meet you in front of the palace. Then we'll go and find Constantine together.
Very well. I'll meet you as soon as I've said my goodbyes.
They did such a good job on the giving the people character, and the technology for faces has come so far. I mean, I have no idea what the significance of the mark here is. I do know it's something that some people could take offense to it because of the way the artist very quickly decided, no, I don't mean to insult you. We're going to do one more scene this video. I also don't know exactly what... oh, I missed you before. You're a plague doctor. I also don't know precisely what the meaning of green blood is. I assume it's something like blue blood, but we'll probably see. And I don't mind this hairstyle. I just really would have preferred to have looked at the hairstyles a little bit. Okay.
What is this? Have you not been taught to knock? I've asked 1,000 times. Oh, it's you, my dear child.
Mother, I'm sorry. I'm having trouble getting used to your condition.
Come now, let's speak of more pleasant things. I'm so very happy to hear your voice. You remind me so much of your father. I do miss him so. Today is the big day, isn't it? Ready to set sail for that island everyone's talking about.
Yes, but the idea of leaving you behind, alone and ill.
Dying, my child. Alas, there is nothing you can do by staying that would ease my suffering. One thing brings me cheer. They say the island is full of miracles, and we might find a cure.
Even if I were to find it, I would never be able to return in time to...
I know. But it brings me comfort to know my daughter has left on a mission to heal her people. Come now.
Oh, I didn't know, sir.
It's time for you to take leave. Here, take this with you.
What is it?
A family heirloom. Something that... Take it and keep it with you. May it bring you good luck. All my blessings go with you, my child. Now, be off.
I really like the character design on this. Dutch angles. Sprinting and walking. Okay, so we're going to go on to another video now. Talk to you in a little bit.